All right, this is day 3. These are the AHK hotkey scripts. This one is the step and repeat. It has a delay of 1.5 seconds, so every time that routine will loop at 1.5 seconds and increase the simulation's engine tick by 1 when I hold down that key. The other key is a quick key just to switch the clock into a run state. And here we are back again at the I have to turn this background down a little bit. Give me a second. And here we are back at the grind. And we'll start our clock here. We're continuing to load fielded garrison units into the MI8 helicopter class transports that we have, and air transporting them to local military bases. This MI8 managed to enter into the hex where it was I have to get my my keyboard macros actually started. Can't use them if they're not engaged. Actually entered into the hex the exact tick that the round ended, so I had to wait to the next day to issue orders to instruct the garrison unit to load into the helicopter. And here we are. We're going to slowly walk this individual tick by tick at 1.5 second intervals up to the point where the unit loads. There, the unit's loaded. Now we're going to instruct this to drop the garrison unit off at a military base. We'll switch back into an accelerated mode now. This is at 10x, and you'll see that the same sequence is being repeated for other fielded garrison units to be loaded into helicopter transports and moved to a local base for reserve. And I'm just going to tailor each of these events to exact clock rates so that we don't waste any resources or time. If you've got a fielded military unit that's sitting there, there's just no reason not to use it, you know. There's really not. It's impossibly difficult to do two things at once. So you have to use the pause key to get those commands out in a parallel, typical manner and fashion. Additionally, because we have duration associated with the orders, we can distribute those orders according to the individual clock ticks as a sort of resolution, time type resolution, a schedule, a daily schedule for when things should be happening. We can't schedule things ahead of time. That would be a nifty feature to add at a specific time, military unit to move on the border or whatever. We've reserved most of our military. We're dealing with a relatively incomplete military profile. Military profiles integrate. You have different units for different purposes that have different abilities, different purposes, different abilities that allow for advantage to be lent to other units that don't necessarily have those abilities. And in the process of reordering and restructuring the military profile, optimizing the military profile, we're temporarily at an extraordinarily low standing military. There's no need for it. We don't have any aggressive opponents on our borders at the moment. We may in the future be able to observe via diplomatic relations that our neighbors are becoming aggressive or confrontational, and we will certainly take measures. There's just no need at the moment. So we're looking at a long-range movement of these helicopters as they're sweeping up the last fielded garrison units. These units are located in the interior of the country, and that trip is a good 100+ kilometers to get to the garrison units there. Our clock's about to run out, and this is about to be the end of the third day. We'll manage to get this unit loaded here and issue the order for that to unload. That was my timer that just came back on. And now it's some more long-range movement for the completion of those transfers.